And suddenly, just like that, the rain came. Oh, it was so nice, so refreshing. I woke up around 6 this morning and I just stood there watching the rain, listening to it, feeling the freshness. I then made my first cup of drink. Honestly, it was only this morning, but I don't remember. Usually I have hot water and lemon at the moment with my detox, but I have this feeling it was what I thought was decaf, which I discovered, yes, decaf and coconut milk, which then I discovered I was actually having caffeinated by accident. And then here I am back at the hotel, which I booked accidentally, a different room, a much quieter side, so you will be able to hear me talk when I do, which is good. And yeah, I let the video carry on from here. Cute is that? Oh wow! How does that work? I don't know how it works, but that's cute. And then I quickly just put everything I had in different places, all my snacks and supplements and everything else. And I just wanted to feel my supplements. And last time they only had one kind of tea, so I brought my chamomile and stuff. But this time they had chamomile, they had Earl Grey, they had green tea, and that was really nice. So actually I haven't had any of them yet, but hopefully later or tomorrow I will. So I put my PJs out. Yeah, I'm gonna close the window just for the noise. I'll just be a bit more peaceful. It actually did not make any difference. How funny. And I almost wanna, I think I'll draw the curtain on this side. Just a little bit open. I love these PJs. I've had them for years and years, and I bought them from Primark, and I was so impressed at the time. They were one of the more expensive things from Primark, but still, you know, Primark is pretty affordable. They're like really pretty, great for the summer, silky, and with the lace trimmings, just made it look elegant and cool. I've worn it every summer, spring and summer. And I need to go there again and see if they do any more of these. I don't know. It was many years ago, but it's time to get a new one because I ruined the trousers. When I was staying at my friend's, the artist, I accidentally put these over some paint, and they just don't get out of the wash anymore, which is a shame. Oh, I've got my tissue in there. So, but still, they're still okay. But they're old now. I need new. But I don't want to spend much on PJs at the moment. Anyway, can't wait to get into them because they're very, very comfy and cool. But it has been a little bit chillier, although it won't be from tomorrow again. So I brought this just in case I need these pajama top. I actually bought these pajamas for my daughter again many years ago, Victoria's Secret. I don't know, it was Christmas or something. I don't even know where the bottoms are, but she only wore the bottoms, and then I took the top from her because she wasn't wearing it. Soft, just soft. That's all I care about. My PJs are ready. I'm going to put them on in a moment. And then at this table, I put some water, which I'm going to have some in a minute. And I put, this is my workbook. So in here, I do, actually, I am planning a short film. It's to do with my photography exhibition, which can only happen in the summer. I missed it last summer, the summer before, and I promised myself I would do it this summer. And I have bought everything for it, actually, apart from the microphone, which I will look into today. So that's why my iPad is here, and I need to do a storyboard for it. I'm adamant, and it's going to be, I need it to be very sunny when I do it, and it's going to be very sunny from tomorrow onwards, and I just need to catch it because you never know in the UK, when the summer's going to end. So I need to work fast. So that's what I'll be working on today. And so my work stuff are here. PJs will be on in a second. And I am going to get myself some chamomile tea. If I can open this, maybe I have to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have some chamomile tea. And on this side, I've put my bedtime stuff. So I want to write in my diary at some point and read my book at some point. Self-massage a little bit around my shoulders, I really need it. Moisturize, I haven't moisturized for days. I'll do that after a shower probably. But there's like the most peaceful. I'm going to put my tea there in a minute and rest. And yeah, I think that's it really for this side of the room. And yeah, who watches Love Island? Who admits they watch Love Island, or who thinks it's absolutely terrible? I have to say I really enjoyed last year's, and I met a couple of the guys. I'll put a picture for you guys to see. Oh, I still got it on the, hold on a second. We don't need to be that far away. Some chamomile tea to help me keep resting. Yeah. I'll let that brew for quite a while. Okay. Take that with me. Let's put it here. Oh, can't wait to get into bed. Excuse my hanging mic. I will detangle that in a bit. I just found it in my bag, so I thought I can use the mic, which is great. So as you can see, very minimal. I've got my teeth stuff, some sun cream for tomorrow, a little facial wash, and my own bath wash. I'll use their shampoo. It was actually really good, their shampoo and conditioner, so I'll use that again. But yeah, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Ages ago, I should have pulled out my last tooth, and I thought it was a few months ago. They're telling me I haven't been there since 2023. I feel like that's a mistake. I'm going to double check that with them. But anyway, so yeah, it's been bothering me. Like, food keeps going in there. And even though I've got a lot going on, and I didn't want to be unwell from having my tooth pulled out while I'm looking after my mom, I thought that I need to do it because when you have teeth problems, you feel worse physically, and you could have an infection. I'm sure I have an infection, you know, a low grade one that you don't even know about sometimes. And then also with us, we have Sjogren's, where our teeth are, yeah, you know, we have to look after them even more because of our dry mouth. And I'm losing a lot of teeth because of Sjogren's. We have to try and go to the dentist, like have our teeth cleaned every 3 months. I have a whole video on dry mouth, so I'll put a link below to it, the do's and don'ts and stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping to get it out. I am on steroids still, even though it's lower, I'm still on them, and I'll let them know. I can feel the stuff stuck in between the gums and stuff. Anyway, I'll leave it to them. I'm going to get it checked and maybe they'll pull it out. I need that tooth pulled out because I can't clean the side of the other tooth that it's next to, and I'm worried that that is now going to like go as well if I don't look after it, and that's the main reason why I want to get this one out. But I think I should have done this like a year ago. I don't know, time just goes by so quickly. So I'm very, very proud of myself to book myself a dentist appointment in the middle of everything. Self-care. I know I'm not you know what, I think I'm still doing okay with self-care under the circumstances. So yeah, so anyway, I don't have any makeup out for tomorrow because I'm not going to bother because I'll be at the dentist, and yeah, just some sun cream for tomorrow. Okay, start again. I forgot my deodorant. If anyone is curious, my deodorant is Green People with aloe vera deodorant with prebiotics, certified organic. My sun cream is not so clean, but it's La Roche-Posay 50 plus. I don't use sun cream that often. In fact, I've hardly used it this whole time. which I've not been happy about. I didn't realize it was 50 plus. I want 40 or something, but anyway, it's fine. This CeraVe was a freebie, but it's very good. I hardly ever use it, but whenever I've had blemish problems, I've used it. It's actually helped. This Oral-B, my daughter said to me the other day, I was speaking and she said, "Are those your teeth?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And she said they were very white. I would show them to you now, but they don't look so white today. Why is that? Because I haven't brushed very well. Anyway, I need to buy an electric toothbrush. I have one in storage, but since I haven't been, you know what, I'm gonna buy one today. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one today because it is priority. Last time I went to the dentist, it was a clean, and it was really funny because she said to me, "Oh no, your teeth are not too bad." Now I hadn't been for like a couple of years again, and she was like, "No, your teeth aren't too bad, and let's, we'll do this side, and then next time we'll do this side." And then as she started cleaning, she was like, "Oh," I guess like deeper and deeper she saw there was like a lot of problems, and she couldn't even finish this side. And then I was supposed to go back and do more of that side and then that side, but it's like 50 pounds a go. No, it's probably more than 50 pounds. I can't remember how much it is. Once I get a place, I'll make that a priority again. But yeah, and once I actually start earning some money as well. And because we need to, with Sjogren's, we need to, otherwise we're going to lose all our teeth. I'm actually sorry, excuse the gaps. I need to brush my teeth. I'm not even going to show you. Let me not show you, hold on. I want to look. I don't have a tooth there, I don't have a tooth there. I don't have a tooth there, yeah. And she recommended an electric toothbrush which was affordable, and I looked it up everywhere. I was like out of whatever, and it was so affordable, and I was like waiting to find it or ask her for another one or whatever. And I am going to the dentist tomorrow. I suppose I could wait for another recommendation, or I could find one and then ask him if it's okay, and he'll probably just say, "Yeah, anything's okay than what you're doing," because he was a little bit. Last time I went, I think I was talking about the supplements I was taking, and he was saying that there you are caring about your supplements, but not your teeth, not spending money on your teeth. I was trying to explain to him that, I had chronic fatigue and I needed to do that first. But anyway, yeah, he might have it. Thing is, like, he's a nice guy, and I don't mind them having a little go at me because it kind of pushes me. But I also don't like the fact that they have no idea what it's like to deal with chronic illness. It's kind of like, feels like a little bit like shaming me. And a part of me needs a little bit of that, but not really. I guess you could say things in a nicer way, right? Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, I'm not looking forward to. If anybody has any electric toothbrush recommendations, please leave them in the comments. If you have Sjogren's and it helps your teeth and gums, should I say, I might even wait if anyone will comment. I don't know. If not, I will let you know what I get if I do it sooner. Sorry guys, I'm just having some seeds, sunflower seeds. I was supposed to make pasta, make some buckwheat pasta and bring it with me, and I actually forgot I have a tin of sardines with me because I was gonna make the pasta and then here just add the sardines later, but I didn't have enough time. I cooked lunch, I ate lunch, I had some buckwheat pasta with tomato sauce and some fake, I call it fake cheese, coconut cheese. But yeah, I'm hungry now because it's been a few hours. And actually, what time is it? It's not really that many hours later, but I think it's just because I'm a bit fatigued and tired, so I'm just hungrier. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't get to make more and bring it, and I also had to make some food for my mom because she's in a lot of pain from the procedure she had. She can't really walk with it, and I've been making her meals. I haven't really cooked anything. It's just been like ready-made meals in the microwave, sandwiches. She hasn't had that much of an appetite, and I did want to make her a meal. What day is it today? It would have been yesterday, but I was just not feeling well yesterday. And I just had a lot that I was doing for her anyway. I had to rearrange things in her room and stuff, so you know, there's just priorities. So I wanted to make her like a really nice stew, but I didn't. But anyway, she has a ready meal stewy thing, but I had to make rice for it, and really I was just not doing well today, so I just sat on a chair waiting, and I was just like, and I haven't made rice for a long time because after I found out that I'm allergic to it, I don't eat it anymore. And there are those ready-made ones which I wouldn't really recommend to use often, but if it's like a one-off, you know, necessity when one can't, then it's a good thing. It would have been ideal. But I just wanted to say that I realized that I just want to rest, but I am slowly looking at the storyboard I have to work on, and it's funny because I had everything in my head, but I only have 4 minutes. I'm using a film video recorder, and it's expensive, and the film is expensive, and it's like £100 for 4 minutes or something. So I have to figure out, I have to be so precise with the filming that I don't waste a second of it. So that's what I'm working on now, to figure out how's it going to start, where are the scenes going to be, what are they going to be. These are things that, you know, when I wanted to do this, I was like, yeah, I'll just film this, I'll just film that, I'll walk up here and I'll do that and whatever. But it takes a lot more thought and preparation, and I'm ready for it. It's a challenge, and it'll be fun and exciting. And if any of it comes out, that's the thing, it's not digital, so I can't see the video, I can't see what's going on, I can't see what the color is. I bought a color grader, and it's in black and white anyway, but it's about shadows and light, like how much shadow I'm going to have on there, how much light. It might just, nothing might happen. I might do it completely wrong, but anyway, I'm going to plan that. I think the next hour or so is just going to be me resting, closing my eyes, maybe falling asleep. That's the whole point of being here, is just to rest. So I'll just show you my view outside from this side of the bed. There are people who pass by. It's a lovely street. I mean, the houses look really nice, and yeah, it's got a vibe. So I will show you. Very London, isn't it? I love the architecture won't go too far and start looking at inside people's homes, but yeah. Guys, my hand is shaking. I can't. I can't write. I could if I hold it with my left hand, but I don't write with my right hand. Although I was practicing that. Anyway, I'm gonna write opening scene. Okay, I can't film. Guys, I wanted to make a really good point here. I think it's really important. If I didn't come out to this hotel today and that other day, if I didn't get the time out and the rest, then I wouldn't be able to look after my mom, and she really needs me, and like she needs help. And so it's so true that you have to first look after yourself, put the oxygen mask on yourself, and then be able to look after others. And for some of us with chronic illness, well, we can't look after others. And honestly, if it wasn't for the high amount of steroids that I was on, I wouldn't have been able to. And actually, I was telling her that yesterday. Because I have lowered my steroids, I'm going back to what I can cope with. I knew I couldn't. I knew it wasn't right, but it was an emergency and I had to. But even in that time of the emergency, at the beginning, I just had to suffer through it. Now, I don't know if I've already said this. I may have said it in the other video. I'll have to check. I'm going to repeat it. I don't think I will have to check. I won't check. I'll repeat it. This is something I did. I don't think I mentioned it. First time I had to take her around in the hospital. She can walk with, probably not right now, but then she could walk with her walking stick, but the transport needed her to keep the wheelchair so that they could take it back. So I had to move her around with the wheelchair. And for me, I think I did say this before, anything to do with carrying weights, any weight resistant stuff, really makes me unwell. Even when my Sjogren's is really good. That was something that I talked about with Jeremy from Beyond Sjogren's with my, not last protocol, because that was to do with mold, but the one before. And he did give me things for that, and that's not complete yet. I mean, I stopped actually taking a few of those things. That's a different story. He doesn't even know yet. He doesn't know. We haven't had a chance to talk. Because it was that things like that would, I was fine going for walks. I was fine doing things, doing bits of work, everything. But what I wasn't fine with was weight, carrying things, anything that had extra weight for me. So with the mold toxicity making me more fatigued, with it bringing out more of my Sjogren's, again with more fatigue and all that, pushing her around with the wheelchair really took it out on me. I became very unwell in the hospital, and I had to just kind of sit there, wait for a while, cool down, and go get some ice cream. It was a hot day. Sit down with the ice lolly and take 10 minutes to feel a bit better. And I knew that I wasn't going to be well the next day, and I wasn't. But we had to push her around. I had to push her around. It was urgent. It was, it had to be done. Nobody else was around. I had to do it. An ideal world, of course, it would be great if somebody else could have stepped in, but it wasn't the case. But the next time we went to the hospital, and they had her in the wheelchair, and there I am with her, and I said to the nurse, I'm really sorry, would you mind pushing my mom, because I have chronic fatigue. Forget Sjogren's, chronic illness, blah blah blah, chronic fatigue. They're in a hospital, they know what that means. And she said, sure, of course, and she did it. On the way back, I did have to. First of all, pushing pushchairs backwards is a lot easier. It wasn't possible with that other one anyway, but at least for a lot of it I got the nurse to do it. For most of it was just a bit on the way back. So my point is, also, if that was me years ago before I got really sick with Sjogren's, I would have still said, oh, it's okay, I'll have to do it, I can't ask the nurse, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just proud of these little moments. Of course, somebody might say you shouldn't be doing any of it, but I'm still proud of these little bits here and there that. And now that I am lower on the steroids, and I'm going to be off them. I have to calculate, but I think probably 5 to 10 days or something, completely. And already it's half, and already my mom's cleaner came today. And I was going to leave the washing till tomorrow, and I had to do it before she came. But I'm going to tell my mom that she may have to ask the cleaner to come once a week instead of every other week for a few weeks. And also ask her to get my brother involved again. There was a time a few months ago when she told my brother that, because I take the trash out, the recycling out, all that kind of stuff, and she told my brother she could see that it was too much for me, and she said, you know, your sister is ill, like you should come and help out. And he did. She only had to ask him, and he came once a week. He lives a bit further, and he works full time. But he came once a week and, you know, helped out, and he's got a new job which is a little bit further away. But I'm going to say to my mom that, you know, she's got to ask him again. And any help. And with the cleaner, if it's once a week, again, you know, she can take the trash out. So I'm really happy because there was trash today. So just like delegate a little bit. And I'm also hoping to move, because if I'm living there, staying there, I'm non-stop. I can't help myself. And also, even when I can't help myself, like today and yesterday, things come up, you know, and I'm very happy to even go and stay at my mom's for a night, like maybe every other week, like 2 nights, 2 days, and help out that way. Now I know that I can stay there, that it's not too difficult if it's just for a couple of nights, but not every night and every day. And so I've got to push. I've got a couple of things I've got to push. I'll just quickly tell you about my last viewing, and then I'm going to take a break, because as you can see, I'm getting breathless talking, and I need to stop myself. It's just because I have a chance to film for you guys, so I'm talking and updating you, but I don't think you need to know that much more. So the one thing I was going to say was, I had a place that I had talked about in my last video that I said was local, but it's open. It's not available to end of August. Anyway, first time the tenant was being difficult and I couldn't get in. They had to change my days. The next time, it was a day after my mom's another hospital appointment, and I really just wanted to stay in and rest, and I was feeling fatigued. And I wanted to even get an Uber, and I just couldn't. Like, I was just sitting there thinking, £11 for an Uber, which is only like 4 roads away, and in the end I ended up walking there, but it took a lot. And guess what? Her keys wouldn't work, so I couldn't get in either. And she called the tenant, she called the agency, and I just sat on the stairs. I just said, you know what? It took me everything to come here. I was very nice to her, and I let her, you know, I said I understand and everything. But I never got to see the place. I mean, I don't know what the jinx is with me trying to find a place. But I'm going to rest, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to contact my old landlord, who said there's a possibility of another place, but he will get back to me. But I need to find out. If I am not going to have a place this month, I need to get myself into an Airbnb. But if I am going to get a place this month, I can't get an Airbnb, because that money has to go to my rent deposit. So yeah, I really hope by the time I put together this video, edit it, and it's out, I can end by saying, guys, I found a place. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, so under difficult circumstances, I'm still, you know, somebody will say, wow, look at her, she's spending money going to a hotel. I don't care if anybody thinks that. I care about me, and I care about my family. That's it. Of course I care about people, you know what I mean, but I don't care about somebody if somebody thinks that. Your health is the most important thing. Your physical health and your mental health is the most important thing. Try not to compromise it. You know, there will be emergencies and you'll have to, but still keep thinking about yourself. With us with Sjogren's and chronic illness, because if we sacrifice ourselves, we're doomed. Sjogren's can do a lot of things to us, you know, and we need to make sure that we don't let it get bad. So I felt the need to express that. And on that note, I thought that it would be really good to share. First of all, you can see me here feeling really, really bad. There were so many times where I felt so awful, especially when the steroids weren't as high and I was doing so much. And I just wanted you to see that, you know, I was doing badly. I had to keep going, but I also found moments and times where I took breaks. I mean, here you can see it's light, but I just said to everybody, guys, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to have an early night. And whenever I had to do errands and be out, I also did things like, for example, here I paused and I listened to the music and, you know, different, just along my way, whatever I was doing, and make sure that I have little breaks. Hot, and I just want to go and cool down. I'm just one of those people that's just not embarrassed of doing it. I mean, this was just, they were all kids. Actually, I need to try to cover this up, but yeah, these were all just, I was with the kids and I was hot, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take my shoes off and I'm going to get in that water, which is exactly what I did. And a lot of times I would actually get out. This is actually my trip to Sheffield, so this is different. But also when I'm at my mom's, I was trying to go out. No matter how bad I felt, the house was hotter, it was very hot, so I would go out. I would go to the local coffee shops where there was aircon, or to the gardens or something, and I would just sit there and rest, drink, take time out. Here in Sheffield, I was lying in bed instead of, I was supposed to go and buy some clothes for a gig, and I didn't. I just stayed in bed and I just went in my day clothes, just anything that's comfortable. There I am when I was feeling unwell after pushing my mom, and I cooled down with that ice cream. Here I am at a bookstore. I was supposed to go shopping, and I just, oh no, I think this was after a viewing. That didn't happen. That was it. And I just went to a bookstore and I sat down and I had tea. And I think I had a sandwich as well. I don't know where that is. But I guess I'm just trying to make a point that, oh, okay, they didn't have a sandwich, but I had some gluten-free bread with me. Just trying to make a point that even if you are busy, take time out, take little breaks. Here, I was shopping and I just couldn't walk up the hill. And I just stood there. And I'm smiling because then I enjoyed watching the shadows within the trees. And yeah, again, here I am outside somewhere, cooling off with a cold drink and just enjoying the breeze. And I just wanted to share these things with you because each of these moments, they may last, some of them 5 minutes, some of them 10, some of them an hour, but they all help to reset, reset my body, and especially nature. As you know, I really do love nature. Yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you, and I hope that whatever you're doing, and if you are having a hard time, that you are able to seek out moments where you can look outside of what is happening in your life, and just be I remember enjoying the breeze after days of none of them here. What's funny is I'm pretty much wearing the same 2 dresses throughout the last month because I have not gone back to get any of my stuff. So I bought this white dress from TK Maxx, and the other one I had, I think, on me when I went to my mom's. So yeah. In my last video, I mentioned that I had gone to a course and to a class, and this is after the class when I had left and had to take the bus back. I don't know how I made that class. It was 3 hours long and it was a hot day, and it was, I think, the day after another one of my mom's serious hospital appointments. But I was really, really happy that I went, and yeah, it really did lift my spirits. And sometimes, even if when we're feeling physically bad, sometimes we do something that really means something to us. I don't know, at least for me, sometimes it does lift me. Of course, I was exhausted after, but here I am, just taking in the surroundings. And I guess I was trying to just take in the moment. I was really happy that I had managed to go take the course. I did go with a cab. I closed my eyes throughout. I felt sick. I thought I was only going to stay for half of it, but I stayed for the whole thing. I ended up getting Nando's Deliveroo. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I ordered some water. Yeah, I got chicken, lemon and herb chicken, and broccoli. And some water, and that's it. I am slightly low grade, I can't remember what grade, allergic to mixed meat. But since, you know, sometimes when you're taking away, you've got to so basically gluten is my enemy. That always makes me feel, and I'm allergic to it as well, and it also just makes me feel really fatigued and brain fogged and awful. So gluten I will never have. Yeah. And then dairy I'm allergic to as well, and sometimes I have had it, but I'm definitely not having it while I'm going through mold toxicity. It's like one of the worst things to have. Corn being number one. And normally at Nando's I would get myself some corn. I felt like some peas actually, but I ended up for broccoli. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to eat this and watch Love Island last night's, which I think there's going to be Casa, so that'll be all very crazy and interesting. And yeah, I haven't done any work. I don't think I'll be doing any kind of work at all, actually. It looks like it's just going to be look on Instagram and YouTube, and actually I'm done with Instagram already. So yeah, YouTube, one episode of Love Island, food, sleep, read, do nothing, look out the window, close my eyes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any work at all. No planning for the film. Yeah, I'm happy that I've got some time to just rest, so I'll make the most out of it.